Part 9, last man standing match, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. John Cena's winning. Not much else that I can say about this. Peyton?
Well, I certainly hope the referee can count to 10 better than Luke Harper did.
Luke Harper struggled after 9.
Yeah. So,
9 and a half.
I don't know if it's necessarily a lock that John Cena is going to win this. I could see John Cena losing, but by some ridiculous means, like maybe he's tied down by the other Wyatt members or something like that. Or are they banned from ringside? Did they make that a stipulation?
I don't remember them mentioning that.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
They tie children to his limbs.
He gets buried under a bunch of little kids.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Miguel?
You know what? I hate to say that John Cena is going to win because it seems so obvious at this point. I mean, Bray got his win in the cage matchup, even though it was really dumb. But it seems to me that that's probably where they're going to go. They're probably, if they are going to strip Daniel Bryan of the title, they're going to probably want Cena in that picture. So I'm going to go with Cena, but I think Bray Wyatt's been on fire. I really have. I think some of his best promo work has been the last few weeks. And honestly, if I were WWE, I probably would still put Cena in there because that's what they would do. But if I wasn't WWE and I was making decisions, I would actually have Bray go over Cena and just keep running with this. I think that they got I think they got something special with Bray Wyatt at this point.
Yeah, Miguel, if John Cena just wins this and then goes on to take the place of the title holder, what do you do then? Think about that. If Bray Wyatt wins this and then goes on to be the title holder, he has John Cena to chase him, and that's a major program to go through the rest of the summer.
That would be good. I mean,
Bray Wyatt's message, it will have reached the WWE title. He's got the whole world title in his hands.
That would be a much more interesting title feud than the one currently we have with Kane. I mean, the thought of John.
Hey, the Wyatts have unfinished business with Kane too.
True,
you know
but
what? I've had my fill of John Cena versus fucking Bray Wyatt. I'd love Bray to get the title and bring it in with a feud with the Shield. That'd be better.
Not even so much the Shield. I mean, you could still slot Bray versus Bryan. I mean, Bray does have a win over Daniel Bryan. I mean, he can hold on to it and maybe get one more John Cena matchup before Bryan comes back.
I thought you were going to go with he's got the whole belt around his waist.
I don't know. I think they got something special with it. If I were booking, I'd have Bray go over and move on to something else. Like I said, maybe even slot him into that Money in the Bank title picture. But I think they're gonna do this with Cena. They're gonna slot him into there. And given how really frantic they are with the network and the low ratings, I have a feeling we're gonna see John Cena with the belt sooner rather than later.
You know what? You just brought up a good point that I wasn't thinking about. If the Daniel Bryan situation is that he does have a match with Kane at Money in the Bank, and we only have that one Money in the Bank match. Now, we're not going to be able to have 20 people in Money in the Bank stuff like we've had in the past, where, the one match had about 10 people and the other people had about 7 or so, or we had 10 and 10 like we did like the one year. Without having those 2 Money in the Bank matches, we're going to have either just 10 people in the one, or they're going to just keep it even lower and make it only like 5 people. I can't see Bray Wyatt being in the Money in the Bank match unless he's winning. And if he's winning, I kind of can't see him winning that period because he doesn't need the Money in the Bank. So if
I can't see him climbing a ladder.
Yeah, that's true. So if he isn't in that match, he's going to need to have something else to do at Money in the Bank. And it wouldn't be for the championship because then Daniel Bryan's already in that situation with Kane. What else would he do? Do you do Wyatt family against Shield? Do you do... Because I can't see the Shield being necessarily a part of this either. Do you do another Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match? And if you do that, man, how do you follow up a steel cage match and a last man standing match, rubber match kind of thing? What do you do for another John Cena match with Bray Wyatt? That's going to be difficult. But if they do have that as the plan, Daniel Bryan's got that, and Bray Wyatt's not in the Money in the Bank match, we might be seeing another Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match. And if we see another one of those, he might win this. So that's something to think about. Sean, what do you think's happening with Bray Wyatt and John Cena?
Well, as the owner of Bray Wyatt,
Oh,
he is definitely losing. He's losing so badly.
I am the executive vice president of Bray Wyatt ownership or whatever.
Yeah, he's going to lose. John Cena wins. And as for the whole Money in the Bank thing, there's going to be 2 Money in the Banks. One briefcase is going to be for the IC or US Championship, and the other one's just going to be for the,
I would love to see that happen. Fuck, at that point, I would love to see one for the tag titles as well.
That'd be insane.
Wouldn't that be cool, though, if we had...
It would be cool as shit.
2 members of the Wyatt family, we had the Usos, we had, who else? R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Brotherhood, yeah, Brotherhood could be a part of that. We got enough tag teams.
Ascension.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, why not?
Ascension.
That'd be cool. As long as they don't do a Divas one.
Yeah, they can do a battle royal where one of the cases has a pink slip in it, where they get fired.
I actually did think that wasn't too bad of an idea from TNA, but that's rare. Wago, what's happening with the last man standing match?
I see John Cena winning, and I was 100% confident on that until this whole Daniel Bryan situation came about. Now this match has important title implications that it didn't have before. So there's a good chance that Bray wins if the title's vacated. Otherwise, I'm confident that Cena takes it.
Part 10 is going to come up here, Divas Championship match. Then we have one more match after that, and then Fantasy League. So stay tuned, everybody.